I'm Jennifer Brandt. I'll be your nurse today. Can you please tell me your name and date of birth?
David, 11/29/98.
Okay, today I'm going to be assessing your cranial nerves 2 through 12. Is that okay? Okay, I'm going to provide some privacy, and I did already wash my hands. Okay, I'm going to test cranial nerve 2. Is that okay? Okay, I'm going to have you cover this eye, the same I'm covering. And then I'm going to put a number of fingers below and above your eye, and you're going to tell me the number of fingers I'm holding up, okay?
1, 2,
Right? Switch eye.
1, 3.
Alright. And then if I had a Snellen chart, I would have them stand 20 feet away from it and read the lowest line on the Snellen chart, and then ask if they had glasses or contacts, and then switch eyes, reading the lowest line, and then read with both eyes not covered. Okay, I'm going to test cranial nerves 3, 4, and 6. I am going to have you follow my pen light. Can you find it? Alright. You're just going to follow the pen light, okay? That is testing to see if there's any involuntary shaking of the eye, which there wasn't, so there's no nystagmus present. Okay, now I'm going to have you take off your glasses, and I'm going to check for if your pupils are equal, reactive to light, and accommodate. Okay? So I'm going to shine this light into your eye. I'm going to have you look at an object in the far. Alright, pupils equal, reactive to light, round, and equal in size. Okay, I'm going to have you follow this pin in towards your nose, okay? Again. Perfect, okay. Cranial nerves 3, 4, and 6 are intact, and pupils were able to accommodate. Now I'm going to test cranial nerve 5. I'm going to have you sit down. I'm going to have you clench your mouth. Are they clenched? Okay, I'm going to fill your masseter muscle and your temporal muscle, okay? Perfect. Perfect. I'm going to have you open your mouth, open your jaw against resistance. Close your mouth. Open against resistance. Perfect. Okay, cranial nerve 5 is intact. After testing cranial nerve 5, I would test the sensory portions of the face, scalp, cornea, and the membranes with a cotton ball. Okay, now I'm going to test cranial nerve 7. I'm going to have you smile, frown, puff out your cheeks, and clench your eyes closed. Perfect, so cranial nerve 7 is intact. After assessing cranial nerve 7, I would do a taste test on 2/3 of the front of the tongue while providing sweet, sour, and salty substances. And then after that, I would use a cotton ball to touch the eyeball, stimulating tears. Perfect. All right, now I'm going to assess you on cranial nerve 8. I'm going to have you stand up. For this cranial nerve, I'm going to have you occlude one ear, and I'm going to say a 2-syllable word in your opposite ear, and then you're going to repeat it back to me, okay?
Baseball.
Perfect. Now include the other ear.
Thursday.
Perfect. Okay. I just assessed cranial nerve 8, and hearing is intact bilaterally whisper test. Alright, now I'm going to test cranial nerve 9. I'm going to have you stick out your tongue and say ah so I can look at rise and fall with phonation of the uvula, okay? Say ah. Head down. Perfect. Now I would test a gag reflex using this tongue depressor, but today I'm not going to do that because I don't have any gloves and I don't want to put that in my patient's mouth at the time. But cranial nerve 9 is intact. Alright, I would at this point test cranial nerve 10, but as you can see throughout this whole assessment, he's able to talk without hoarseness, he's able to swallow, and there's no difficulty speaking. In the beginning, I asked him his name and date of birth. So cranial nerve 10 is intact. Right, I'm going to test cranial nerve 11 now. I'm going to have you move your head left, right, up, down, and then I'm going to have you shrug your shoulders against my resistance. Perfect, so cranial nerve 11 is intact. Alright, now I'm going to test cranial nerve 12, which is the final one I'm going to be testing today. I'm going to have you stick out your tongue and move it side to side. Okay, and the patient does that without ease, so cranial nerve 12 is intact. Alright, I am all done with this assessment. You can go ahead and sit down. Is there anything else you need today?
No, thank you.
Alright, perfect.